Hey everyone, and welcome to Comic Essay. My name is Sean, and today we're going to be looking at Batman issue number 37. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are winging it again. I have not typed up a script for this story because it's just so awesome. Anyway, I want to be able to say what I want. What's cool here is that coming off the last issue that we had, Lois Lane and Selina Kyle basically advised Batman and Superman, saying like, hey, let's go on a double date, and they're like, okay, fine, let's go. Funny enough, they go to a carnival, a Gotham County fair basically, and you have to dress up as a superhero. So they get there like, ah, damn, but then it's like, it's not really damn, because they really are superheroes. So what's so funny is that they just come up with this crazy idea like, okay, fine, let's just wear our superhero outfits, but then it's like, we don't want to be recognized. Okay, let's just switch. So Clark Kent will obviously wear Batman's outfit, a superhero costume, and then obviously Bruce Wayne will do the same with the Superman costume, vice versa. So what happens here is like they basically end up changing into each other's costume, which is so cool because Clark Kent is still wearing glasses while he's in Batman's flipping costume. It's too good. So yeah, basically they go around the fair. They have a day of a time. Shucks, guys, this fair looks awesome. I don't know why we don't have fairs like this right now. But yeah, what's so cool is that this is meant for bonding. It's basically meant for conversation and bonding between the two couples. Also between Selina Kyle and Lois Lane. Now, what's cool is that it's just hilarious. There's so much character building here. I mean, they go through this tunnel of love. You know, Clark Kent is be saying, "Oh, that was so nice, love," and then Lois Lane's like, "Yeah, that was really nice." And then Bruce Wayne and Selina Kyle come out of this tunnel of love, and they're basically like humping rabbits. Now, what's also cool is that they end up hitting this batting cage, where they're basically just smacking the ball around, having a few hits and so on. And while they're doing that, I guess Selina Kyle and Lois Lane basically get an opportunity to chat over some gin. I'm assuming it's gin actually in that flask that they're drinking. But basically, they're basically just chatting, and they want to know, like, hey, what is it that made you want to, like, be with him, and so on. And then it's the same thing. Superman is asking Batman, why would you want to be with Selina Kyle? I mean, she's a criminal. I mean, don't you fight a war against criminals and so on, which is very warranted, you know. And at the end of the day, he just says like, yes, number one, yes, she is a criminal and so on and whatever, but at the end of the day, it's just love, you know. And it's just about, because they do have a long history. I mean, they do have a long history of like this tic-tac-toe between them, but basically what's interesting is that it's about love at the end of the day. The end of the day, both of them are willing to sacrifice a lot, if anything, for each other, you know. And I mean, we even get into a bit of Lois Lane's backstory, where she's talking about how, you know, her father, he was an army general and everything, and she's divulging these kinds of secrets, I guess, to Selina Kyle. And it's the same thing with Selina. She goes around saying like, listen, I didn't have anything, I started out with nothing and whatever. But at the end of the day, this is basically just a celebration about them getting married and them coming together. Now, it's so cool as they're walking away from the batting cage. The question, okay, a guy dressed up as the question is like, the question isn't who is gonna let me, the question is who's going to stop me, basically. And he steals Lois Lane's purse, basically. Now Batman picks up a baseball and he starts calculating, and he's like, okay, yeah, I think I can hit him from this range. He throws the ball, whacks the guy on the head, and he's basically knocked down. That's the end of the situation. And Bruce Wayne likes chocolate ice cream, always knew he did. And and yes, but it's cool because I like how the story is going, because as both of them are bonding, both of them I guess are divulging a lot, especially with Selina Kyle about her background being a thief and so on. And the same thing with Superman. I mean, the same thing with why Bruce Wayne would even date her and so on, which is the big controversy here. I think the big thing is just like, listen, we don't know what's going on with you two, but we just want to see if you two love each other, which is the same premise. I mean, these are super friends, which is better than best friends, I guess, because it sort of seems like sometimes they are the opposite, which it isn't. It isn't necessarily always like that, where it is always perceived to be that way, but it's not always like that. And at the end of the day, they just reach the conclusion of the day. They're just like, yo, this was really cool and whatever. And Batman basically sets out this challenge for Superman, saying like, if you pitch a ball to me, I'll be able to smack it. And Superman's like, dude, you won't be able to. He's like, dude, you'll be surprised what I can see. I'll smack the hell out of that ball. So they dress up into each other's into their rightful costumes. Superman's like, okay man, let's see if you can do the impossible. Batman's like, you know I will. And he throws it up, he pitches up, and he whacks it, and that's the end of it. I think it's wow, this is such a cool comic. It's cool because you don't like, guys, Batman and Superman in history, they just go back so well together, and their relationship is built so well, like on a solid foundation. And I love this because it really speaks about their characters. It really speaks about the journeys that they're about to go ahead. I mean, if there's something I really wanted to do was actually just review the Trinity, because that's Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman, which is also amazing character building there. So yeah, if you like this comic, please like and subscribe. If you want to follow me on Twitter, please follow me on Twitter. Also help us on Patreon. The links are below in the video. And yeah, I will catch y'all later. Cheers.